Today we shall take uses of the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. On the perfect tenses, you know that what is the rule for perfect tense? I have eaten. That is the present perfect. I have eaten. That is subject plus answer have plus verb 3, V3. I have eaten. There are two basic uses of the present perfect tense. We use it to describe one, actions beginning in the past and continuing up to the present moment. Action has started in the past, in time in the past, and it's continuing, it's still continuing. So you can say ongoing action. An action that continues to be happening. So to explain that, we can use present perfect tense. With time references like before and now, ever, never, before, up till now, so far, etc. I have received 20 cards so far. I have received 20 cards so far. When did it start? It started sometime in the past. Am I still receiving? Yes. Will it continue? Yes. Yes. So, I have so far received 20. I may be receiving something more. I have never tasted papaya before. I have never tasted papaya before. So, I have never tasted papaya means here the meaning of never is till now I never tasted before. I have lived here since 1980. I have lived here since 1980. That means starting from 1980, I have been living here. I have lived here for 20 years. That we will be seeing later, use of since and for, since and for. Since, when you say since, we will be using the year. Since 2000. I have been studying in St. Teresa. You say the year, since. But you want to say this many years I have been studying, then you can use for, F-O-R. So that is the first use of present perfect tense. The second use is actions which happened at an unspecified time in the past. Unspecified time. Opposite of specified time. Specified time means a given time, a mentioned time. Unspecified means when it started you do not know. With no time references. So therefore, it is unspecified, therefore no time reference. Have you passed your driving test? Have you passed your driving test? They are not asking which year. They are not asking when it has taken place. Have you passed your driving test? What would be the answer? Yes, I have passed the driving test. No, I haven't passed the driving test. Depending on the context, this could mean very recently or at time up to now. So it can either mean very recently. Have you taken the driving test in the recent time? It could also mean any time till now, any time up to now. With references to recent time like just, recently, already, still, yet. So we can also use present perfect tense with reference to recent time like just, recently, already, still, yet. I have just eaten. I have just eaten. So that's the right use of perfect tense. Present perfect. I have just eaten. So I ate, you can say. I ate is the past activity. This is just eaten means just completed. Action which is just completed. Repeated habitual actions. Repeated or habitual actions. What is a habit? Habit is something by doing an action repeatedly it becomes part of yourself. That is the habit. By doing something repeatedly it becomes part of you. That is habitual. So to repeated or habitual actions can be explained with the use of present perfect tense. Example, I have watched him on TV several times. I have watched him on TV several times. I have watched him on TV several times. That is to speak about habitual action. It's not once, not twice, many times. I have often met her. I have often met her. Many times I met her. Therefore, I can use symbol, the present perfect tense to say, I have often met her. So these are the uses of, some of the uses of present perfect tense. So mainly two. One is action beginning in the past and still continuing. Another one is actions which happened at an unspecified time in the past. Now we will go to present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. What we saw so far was present perfect tense. Now this present perfect continuous tense. So the very word itself says there are two kinds of activity. One is perfect completed action. Another one is continuous action. Action that is still going on. I have been eating. I have given an example. I have been eating. I have been eating. Subject plus has or have plus been plus in form of the verb. Subject plus I has or have plus been plus in form. In form of verb. So subject plus has or have plus been plus in form of the verb. Why has or have? He has been, she has been, it has been. So she has been eating. But when it comes to I have been, we have been, they have been, you have been. So all the rest of it, he, she, it alone will take has, all the rest will take have. So the formula is this: subject plus has or have plus be plus ing form of the verb. ing form is the continuous form of the verb. I have been eating. We use the present perfect continuous in place of the simple present perfect when we want to emphasize that something has been in progress throughout the period. I already told you, the moment we say present perfect continuous, it is speaking about an action that is completed, but at the same time it is continuing. So we call it action in progress. Action in progress. That is another word for progress, ongoing. Ongoing. Ongoing action. Action that is continuing. We use the present perfect continuous in place of the simple present perfect when we want to emphasize is stress that something has been in progress throughout a period. Instead of saying I have typed all day, we can say I have been typing all day. So I have typed all day is equal to I have been typing all day. There are two ways of saying it. Suppose I say I have typed all day. The entire day was spent in typing. Sometimes it may not give an impression that the action is still continuing. Though it is present perfect, I have typed all day. But this gives a better impression. I have been typing all day. That means the typing action of typing has been going on. Started sometime beginning of the day and is still going on. This looks better. I have been typing all day. That emphasizes that the action is not complete. It was started in the past and it is still continuing. Depending on the context, this may mean I am still typing or I have just recently stopped. So it can mean two things. One is I am still typing. Actually, it's not complete. It's going on. Another thing is I have just recently completed. Just recently completed. That's one type of use of present perfect continuous tense. The second type of using it, some verbs like learn, lie, rain, sit, sleep, stand, study, wait, work naturally suggest continuity and we often use them with since and for. We can use them in the present perfect tense. So certain verbs like number, they have named some number of verbs like learn or simple ones. Learn, lie, rain, sit, sleep, stand, study, wait, work, etc. So these words naturally suggest continuity. It has been raining. I have been studying. And we often use them with since and for. So this is about the use of since and for. So how do we use since or when do we use since and when do we use for? Many students make mistakes regarding this and this grammar point is often asked in the board exams. Using of since and for. I have waited here for 2 hours. I have worked here since 2005. So if you are going to speak about the year, you want to make mention of the year, then you have to use since. But if you are going to speak about the duration of time, then you have to use for. We'll take an example which you'll understand easily. Now you are in 11th class. So let's say you studied here for 10 years. So you joined, for example, say 2000. Suppose 2010 you joined in St. Teresa. So now it is 2020, so let's put it 10 years. So there are two ways of saying. You can say, I have been studying in St. Teresa since 2010. I have been studying in St. Teresa since 2010. Because we are mentioning the year. Starting from this particular time till now, it's still going on. Action started in the past and still continuing. Therefore, I have been studying in St. Teresa since 2010. You want to mention only the duration of study. Don't want to mention the year. When did I start? I don't want to say, but I want to say the number of years I spent. Then you can say 4. I have been studying in St. Teresa for 10 years. I have been studying in St. Teresa for 10 years. But we most often use them in the continuous tense. I have been waiting here for 2 hours. I have been working here since 2005. So I hope you understand. So want to make the mention of the time exactly. Then one way of saying, that is since 2010. India has been independent since the year India got independence, you can mention. India has been a republic since 1950. India has been independent for this many years. Then you can say for this many years. Now we will go to uses of the past perfect tense. What we have seen so far is present perfect. Now we will see past perfect tense. The model is I had eaten. I had eaten. So we saw the formula for present perfect tense: subject plus has or have plus been plus ing form of the word. Has or have. Here there is no has or have. Here only had. Whether it's he had, she had, it had. They had, we had, you had. Everything is had. So subject plus and plus V3. You remember the three forms of verb. Verb 1, present form, positive form. V2 is past tense, P3 is past participle. For example, work, worked, worked. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat is V1, ate is V2, eaten is V3. So subject plus had plus V3. I had eaten. The use of the past perfect to refer to an earlier past, that is to describe the first of two or more actions. This is very important. Normally when you say past perfect tense, students get confused. They try to mix up past tense and past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is often dealing with two different actions. There are two actions. Both are completed. Two actions, both are completed. One completed before the other. So we are using past perfect tense. We use the past perfect to refer to an earlier past. That is to describe the first of two or more actions. At least two actions will be there. Sometimes there can be more than two actions too. First the patient died, then the doctor arrived. So we have a sentence, the patient had died when the doctor arrived. First the patient died. Before the arrival of the doctor, the patient died. So which action has taken place first? The dying of the patient was first. Then the doctor arrived. By the time doctor arrived, the patient was dead. So we can make a sentence using past perfect. The patient had died when the doctor arrived. The patient had died when the doctor arrived. Two actions. One is the death of the patient. Patient died. Another one is the doctor arrived. So two actions. So these two actions both happened in the past, both are over. But one action has taken place before the first one. Here, which is the first action? The dying of the patient. What is the second action? The arrival of the doctor. So we are using past perfect and we say the patient had died. Subject plus had plus V3. Subject is patient had plus V3. Died. Died. When the doctor arrived, here was the same formula, V3. Subject plus had plus V3. When the doctor arrived. Doctor is arriving is the second action. So you can write it like this. The patient had died when the doctor arrived. We often introduce the past perfect with conjunctions like when, after, as soon as, by the time, that. So we can use conjunctions. You know what is a conjunction? What is a conjunction? A conjunction is a word that joins two words or sentences. Two words or sentences. Conjunction. There are different types of conjunctions are there that we have studied in 8th class and 9th class. Different kinds of conjunctions like coordinative conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, all those. So conjunctions like when, after, as soon as, by the time, that. These kind of conjunctions we can use to introduce past perfect. We use adverbs like already, ever, never, before. You know what is an adverb? An adverb is that which qualifies or says something more about the verb. How an action is being done. It is describing the action. How did he fight? Shivaji fought bravely. bravely. So how did he fight? The action is enumerated by saying he fought bravely. I got up early. So we can speak about that. Early. Already, ever, never, before, etc. are adverbs. Then we shall go to use of the present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. So first we saw present perfect continuous. First we saw past perfect, present perfect, past perfect. Now we are going to continuous. Use of the present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. I have or had been eating. So present perfect continuous is subject plus has or have plus been plus ing form of the verb. Past perfect continuous, past perfect is subject plus had plus been plus in form of the verb. So only difference is in the present perfect continuous you have has or have plus ing form. In past you have only had plus ing form of the verb. The past perfect continuous is the past form of the present perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous is the past form of the present perfect continuous. It's very well understood. Past perfect continuous is a past of the present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous will become past perfect continuous later. The progressive forms have the effect of emphasizing continuity. So it emphasizes continuity, an action that has already started, still going on. We use them to describe actions in progress throughout the period. Present perfect continuous. She is very tired. She has been typing all day. She is very tired. Why? Because she has been typing all day. Past perfect continuous. She was very tired. She had been typing all day. See the change. She is very tired. In present perfect continuous, we have a change into she was very tired in the past perfect continuous. Is has become was. She has been typing all day. In the past perfect continuous, it has become she had been typing all day. Has been typing is changed into had been typing. So that's the difference between present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. Depending on the context, she was still typing or had recently stopped. This we already saw. It can mean two things. Either it can mean the action is still continuing, not at over. Another thing is just completed, just got over. Suppose you are having your lunch. You're having your lunch. Just finish your lunch, wash your hands, and you got out, you're getting a phone from your friend. Then your friend asks, have you finished your lunch? Have you finished your lunch? I have just finished. I have just finished my lunch. So just got out. For hard reason, then, not now. Some words like learn, like, wait, work naturally suggest continuity. That you should remember. Some verbs, they always suggest continuity. Examples like learn, like, wait, work, etc. We say, I have waited for 2 hours, present perfect, or I have been waiting for 2 hours, present perfect continuous. I have waited for 2 hours, I have been waiting for 2 hours. So I have waited for 2 hours. I have been waiting for 2 hours. What is the difference in the sentence? I have waited for 2 hours. That means here the action is completed. I have waited. I have waited. I have been waiting for 2 hours. The action started and still it is going on. I have been waiting. So I have waited for 2 hours is present perfect. I have been waiting for 2 hours is present perfect continuous. So this is speaking about a perfect action, that is action which is completed. I waited for 2 hours. Am I now waiting? No. The waiting is over. I have waited for 2 hours. I have been waiting for 2 hours is perfect continuous. Action started in the past, still continuing. We say, I had waited for 2 hours before he arrived. That is a past perfect. I had been waiting for 2 hours before he arrived. Past perfect continuous. Same format. I have waited for 2 hours. I have been waiting for 2 hours. I have waited for 2 hours before he arrived is a perfect. This is perfect continuous. I have been waiting for 2 hours before he arrived. That's one way of using perfect and perfect continuous. Second one is repeated actions. Actions that are repeated. Actions that have become a habit. Actions have become a habit. I already said what is a habit. By doing something continuously, it becomes a habit. Present perfect continuous. He has been reading every night for a month. He has been reading every night for a month. It's not just for one day, not for a week. So 1 month I have been noticing and he has been reading every day. So continuous action. Past perfect continuous. He had been reading every night for a month. So very easy to change from present perfect to past perfect. He has been reading every night for a month. In past perfect it will become he had been reading. Has been reading become had been reading. Third use is drawing conclusions. Drawing conclusions. Coming to conclusions. Present perfect continuous. Her eyes are red. Full stop. It is clear that she has been crying. Past perfect continuous. Her eyes were red. It was clear that she had been crying. Her eyes are red. So her eyes are red. It is clear that she has been crying. Present perfect continuous. We can change into past perfect continuous by changing here and here. So her eyes were red. Her eyes observed is clear that she had been crying. So we can change like this from a present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. Her eyes are red becomes her eyes were red. It's clear that she has been crying. You change it to she had been crying. So you can do the assignment as part of your homework and see whether you are able to complete it without any difficulty. We shall take a small item there. Page number 66. Page number 66, phrasal verb. They are given a few phrasal verbs. One is give. Phrasal verb 14, give. So different uses of give. Give away, give in. Page number 66. Page number 66, phrasal verb. Give away, give in, give off, give out, give up, give away. So each one is different. Give away is distribute. The minister gave away the prices. Gave away. So you want to use in a sentence. At St. Teresa's Day, the principal of the school gave away the prizes. Gave away the prizes. Gave away is distributed. Giving is surrender. The enemy finally gave in. The Chinese army never wanted to give in. The Chinese army never wanted to give in. They don't want to surrender. They always want to keep aloof. Those so many talks are going on. They don't want to give in. And India also don't want to give in. As a result, a fight is in the offing. Giving. Give consent also is given. Mother gave in when we made a request. So giving has got two different meanings. One is to surrender. The enemy finally gave in. Another one is give consent. What is consent? Consent is permission. Permission. Give nod. Give green signal. Mother gave in when we made a request. So we asked for something. Mother was not giving in. But we went on asking. So she gave in. She gave permission. Next word is give off. There are two F's. Please take note of it. Give off. Give off meaning is emit. The chimney gave off smoke. The chimney gave off smoke. That is emitted. So, as science students, you know, this is one of the hot issues that you are dealing with. Giving off, emitting of gases, giving off of various gases, and that is leading to the pollution and greenhouse effect. So, the ozone layer depletion is due to emitting of gases, ozone layer depletion. So now you must have come across a lot of news items after the corona started. COVID-19 effect, activities have diminished. Activities all over. In our state, in India, all over the world, activities, especially experiments and chemical activities, have diminished. As a result, the ozone layer depletion has come down. So many the black holes have been already closing or started to vanish. So emit to give off. So that is the main issue of today. The chimney gives off smoke. Give out, be exhausted. Give out is be exhausted. Her courage gave out. Give out means to lose, to lose. Exhaust. So suppose you have got you bought a cylinder, gas cylinder, and you forget to close it, you keep it open and go, then what happens? It will get exhausted after some time. So that is a give out. Then give up. This is a very often used word. Give up. Abandon. He gave up smoking. He gave up smoking. Cancer patients are advised to give up smoking. Give up. Cancer patients are advised to give up smoking. That is abandon. Parents advise children to give up their bad habits. Parents advise children to give up their bad habits. Lose hope of. Lose hope of. The doctor gave up hope when she was in coma.